My toxic in-laws banned me from their fancy wedding for being too poor, then freaked out when they discovered my father owned the entire luxury venue they spent thousands on. I, 29F, have been married to Brandon, 31M, for about 2 years now. Our relationship has been great, but things with his family have always been complicated. From the day I met Brandon's mother Jennifer, 60F, and his sister Zoe, 25F, there was a strange tension. Jennifer always acted like she was better than everyone else. She would look at my clothes or the way I decorated our apartment with this little frown. She never said anything directly rude, but her looks said everything. Zoe was the same, just less obvious about it. When we first met, Jennifer asked about my job. I told her I worked as a teacher at a local elementary school. She just nodded and said something about how noble that was, but the way she said it made it clear she thought I was settling for less. After that, she never really asked much about my life or my family. Brandon noticed how they treated me, but he usually just shrugged it off, saying they were set in their ways and that I shouldn't take it personally. We didn't see them often, maybe once a month for dinner, and I dealt with it because I loved Brandon. Last January, Zoe got engaged to Timothy, 26M. Timothy comes from a wealthy family with lots of business connections. Jennifer called Brandon one evening to tell him about the wedding plans. They had booked this beautiful, high-end venue called Lakeside Manor for a small, intimate wedding with only 50 guests. Then came the bombshell. Jennifer told Brandon that I was not invited to the wedding. Her reason? The wedding was small and intimate, only for people they had known forever, and I was still new to the family. I had been married to Brandon for almost 2 years at this point. When Brandon told me, I felt like I had been slapped. I tried not to show how much it hurt, but it did. Brandon was upset too, but admitted he wasn't surprised given how his mother could be. I told Brandon he should go anyway, it was his sister's wedding after all. But Brandon refused. He said if I wasn't welcomed as his wife, he didn't want to be part of it. I appreciated his support, but part of me felt guilty for causing family drama. About a month before the wedding, we went to Jennifer's house for dinner. Brandon was helping his mom in the kitchen while I used the bathroom. On my way back, I passed by Jennifer's home office where she and Zoe were talking. I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but I heard my name and stopped. Zoe asked if Brandon was still refusing to come to the wedding without me. Jennifer said yes, and then Zoe said something that made my stomach drop. I still think we should have just invited her. I mean, I get that she's too poor to fit in with Timothy's family, but now we're missing Brandon too. Jennifer replied that having me there would embarrass them in front of Timothy's wealthy family and guests. She said I wouldn't know how to act in such a fancy place. I walked away before they could see me. I didn't confront them. I just went back to the dining room and pretended everything was fine through dinner, though my hands were shaking under the table. Here's where things get interesting, and where I might be the jerk in this situation. My father, Andrew, 62M, is a very successful businessman.